Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made this cute chandelier for my wall. I only had the 12 by 12 Cricut mats and I was trying to figure out how to make it with that. I did end up going to Joann's and I found the 12 by 24 Cricut mats for a really great price, so I did use it on there. So I'm going to show you in the video how I made it on the 12 by 24s, and I'm also going to show you how you can make it on your 12 by 12 Cricut mats if you don't have the long ones. So if you guys want to see how I made this, let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's do it. All right, so now the first thing you're going to do is open up two little shape, like the square templates, and you're going to make them 12 by 24 because I'm going to be using the large Cricut mats for this first part. And then if you guys stay tuned till the very end, I'll show you how to make them with just regular Cricut mats. I did end up buying a couple of I think it was a 2-pack I got from Joann's for like 15 or 20 bucks. But yeah, so I'm going to be making these on the 12 by 24 Cricut mats. So just go ahead and make 2 of these. And I am going to go ahead and change the color to a light gray because this is going to be going on my wall, and my wall is a light gray, so I just like to make the template whatever color it's going to be going on, just so I can get an idea. And then what you're going to want to do is I'm putting this all the way up in the corner. I put the first one all the way up in the corner, and then this other one I'm putting right next to it. So if you go into the position and you put it at 12, just to make sure that it is right next to each other, because if you put it up there like manually, it might not go right where it needs to go. So if you go up to position it and type in the actual number, then that just makes it easier. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight them both and then group them together so that I can move this around, and this is your template. So this is going to be 2 of the 12 by 24s put next to each other. And now I'm going into images and typing in chandelier, and there are so many cool options to choose from. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one right here and add it to your canvas, and then I'm changing it to white because that's the color vinyl I'm going to be using. And just go ahead and make it the size that you want it to be and kind of position it where you want it to be. I'm moving it to the bottom because I'm going to be putting some lettering at the top. So just kind of center it. It doesn't have to be perfect because the template is nothing, like that's going to go away anyways, and you're just going to be putting this on the wall. But I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I just kind of wanted it to be centered. So once you get it to where you want, you can go over to text, and you're going to choose the font that you want. That's the part that takes me the longest because it takes me forever to find a font that I really like. And then once you find a font you like, you can go ahead and start typing your letters, and mine is going to say Sweet Dreams. So I want it to have a bit of a curve to it. So once I typed it in, I'm going to go up to curve and just move the little ball around and get it curved a little bit, like however I want it. And then I'm going to make it bigger, and then we want to move the lettering together. So you can just go up to letter space and do it there. I started with that, and then it wasn't exactly how I wanted it. So then once you get it to where you want, you can go ahead and highlight it and then ungroup all the letters and then go in and manually move them to where you want them. And then once you have them all placed where you want, you go back in and highlight them all. I have yet to figure out how to highlight them easily. I hold down the shift key and then I just click each letter individually and then hit group. If you guys know quicker, easier way, let me know. That's the only way I know how to do it. So once that is all grouped together, I'm just going to kind of go up and center it, make sure everything looks how I want it to look. I mean, it doesn't totally matter because the letters are going to be separate from the chandelier anyways, so they don't all have to be in line. I'm going to place them on separately. So now what you're going to want to do is take that left template that we made and click on that and then the chandelier, and then you're going to go down to slice because you want this to be separated from the two because you're going to be doing these on 2 different mats. So the chandelier, separated fine, but for some reason the lettering didn't. So you might have to play with that a little bit. And then once you get it all sliced how you want, you can delete the gray parts and just make sure you keep the white parts, because that is what is going to go on the Cricut mat, and that is what is going to be cut on the vinyl. And then I also wanted the sweet dreams to be separated too, so I went and made another little template and just cover up the sweet part and then highlight the sweet and then the template and go ahead and slice that as well, so that you can have the lettering separate too, just because I wanted to do them separately just so that I could see where I wanted to place them. Now, once you get everything sliced, you can delete that template, and then you are going to want to just make sure that everything is grouped together, like the two chandelier pieces and then the letters. You just want to make sure that the sweet and the dreams, make sure everything is attached so that it will all be in one piece when you send it over to the mat. And then when I sent it over there, I was able to do the half of the chandelier on one mat along with one of the lettering. So this one said dreams, and then the other one had the other half of the chandelier and it said sweet. So I thought this would be perfect, and it's not going to waste too much vinyl. And then you can go ahead and get everything started. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to search for vinyl, and I can't recall which one I'm using on this. Yeah, just a premium vinyl. And I'm pretty sure this is a permanent. So I always hit more because I want it to cut a little bit deeper. So yeah, here's the vinyl that I'm going to be using, and I just picked this up from Joann's. I know you guys have given me so many recommendations on trying some new vinyls, and I am definitely going to. I just haven't yet. And like I said, I did get these two mats from Joann's, and they were a really good price. I didn't realize you got two of them. So I was pleasantly surprised at the price of these. So I'm going to get the vinyl ready on the mat, and this roll is just enough for this entire project. So I didn't have much left over. So I went ahead and unrolled it and got it all ready on this mat, and then we can start sending it to the Cricut. Now, once you have everything ready over on the computer's end, you can head on over to your Cricut, hit the arrows, and then hit that C button, and it will do its thing. And then when it's all finished, I'm just going to start weeding it. And this, since it was white, I kind of wish that the white vinyl had like a different backing so that you could kind of see it a little easier. This one wasn't too bad, but it did take me a while to weed it because of the chandelier pieces. There were quite a few pieces that kind of wanted to come up, so it did take me some time to weed it. But once it was all finished, it looked so pretty. Now for my transfer tape, I'm using this contact paper from Dollar Tree because it was the biggest contact paper I had, and the other stuff I have just wasn't long enough, I don't think. So this was going to work out perfect. I went ahead and measured the size that I needed, and then once I got the contact paper on there, it was a little tricky. This stuff isn't very sticky, so it was kind of hard for me to get the chandelier pieces on there, but I just took my time and went very slowly, and I was able to do it. Now once I got it all weeded on there, I did take it back and I cut off the very edge of the contact paper because these two pieces are going to have to go right up next to each other, and I couldn't really have anything overlapping. So once I got that all cut, I'm going to go ahead and take it over to my wall. So this is actually above my bed, and it's going inside this little frame. So I'm going to start with the suite. I'm going to do the lettering first and get those centered where I want them, and I'm just putting them up there very lightly just in case I need to move them. I'm just kind of going to put them up there and then step back and see how they look. And here is the finished product. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks so pretty inside this little frame, and it's just perfect for the bedroom. And I can't believe I made it myself. All right, so now I'm going to actually show you guys how you can go in and make this with just the regular 12 by 12 mats if you don't have the larger ones. So now instead of making just 2 of the templates, you're going to go ahead and make 4. So you're going to get 4 of these little square templates and make them each 12 by 12. So you can just make one and then right click and then duplicate. And just make sure there's 4 of them. And then for the placement, I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to put that first one all the way up in the corner, and then I'm going to take the second one and go up to position and type in 12 because it's going to be right next to the first one on the 12. And then you can do that with the other 2 as well and just make sure that they line up perfect. Now you can open up that text box and use that same font and type in Sweet Dreams again. And for some reason, I thought I saved this project. That would have been a whole lot easier, but for some reason it was not in there when I went back to show you guys this. So luckily it was pretty easy. So I just went ahead and found the same font and then typed in the Sweet Dreams. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that I can see it. And then you're going to do that same thing with the curve to make it a little bit curved. And then obviously I'm going to go in and change all the colors just so that it looks like my other template. And then I'm going to go into images again and search for that same chandelier. You're going to make that chandelier the size that you want and change the color so that it matches the other one. And then we can get to slicing. So what I did is I'm going to make it into 4 different groups. So you just highlight the chandelier and then go to the first little template that you want to use and go down to slice, and then you're just going to start separating all 4 of the pieces. So you're going to do that for each one, and just remember, make sure you keep the white part and you can delete the other 2. So just keep hitting the shift key, holding the 2 down, and then slicing it, and then just keeping those pieces like I said. And then once you get the 4 little pieces, we can start sending them to the mat. And it doesn't matter like where the letters go, you can arrange, or the words, you can arrange those however you want on the mat. So just make sure that you have all of those pieces ready, and then we will get to the mat. So now when I did send it over to make it, I was having a little bit of a problem because it was already making it on the 12 by 24 mat. So I was trying to figure out how to change that because this is still all new to me. So I'm learning. So what I actually had to do was make the chandelier a little bit smaller because the Cricut is only able to cut like 11.5, I want to say, and I think this was just over that. So I just went back and I tweaked the sizes just a little bit so that it was 11.5 rather than the 11.8, and then I was able to change it to the 12 by 12 mat because the 12 by 12 wasn't even showing up at this point. So yeah, you'll just have to tweak the size a little bit so that it fits on the 12 by 12 mat. Once you get all of those sizes figured out, you just hit it, make it, and then see the 12 by 12 automatically shows up because now it fits on those. So I'm just going through to see where everything is, and then just kind of, you can move it around if you'd like, and then you can just make it, and then you'll just have to piece them together on the wall like I did with my 2 separate pieces. You'll just have to piece these together with the 4 pieces. So I hope this made sense, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please, as always, let me know if you have questions down in the comments below, and we will see you all on my next video. Bye!